LA Comic-Con is planning to move forward.
Like with having it?
Yep. They
Oh,
just said they're going to keep going.
I mean, interesting decision. Probably a bad idea.
Look,
Yeah.
you have to call the herd one way or another, right?
I mean, considering California's been such a hotbed, I don't really agree with that choice. But
We're
go
on
get 'em,
fire.
gamer.
We might as well restart the pandemic.
I think somebody was like, it's gonna happen anyways. Might as well, you know, have a convention. The fuckers can have their Disney World back. Why not let the nerds have their convention?
I mean, I don't know if balls to the wall is the best choice here.
We're all gonna die anyway. Let's have some fun and hasten it up.
Unlike that. Notice how in the beginning of quarantine, everyone was playing a cute game about befriending animals and building a village, and now 6+ months later, everyone's playing a game about killing everyone in a spaceship featuring chaos and betrayal.
I saw that tweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have yet to pick up Among Us, but I have friends who want me to.
You should. You should
It's
come
so
suffer
good.
with us.
It's so good because Rin will kill you and he will tell you straight to your face he didn't do it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
True. It's true. I do that. That's how
To be
I
fair, I
do it.
once did that to Frost.
Oh god, I was so fucking mad. He had one arc just pop out, kill someone. He goes, Frost, I can't believe you killed him. I was like, fucking what?
Yeah,
How
it looks like a lot of
dare
fun.
Some good stuff. There are some shenanigans. Currently, there are two people, Shay and another person on Encounter Roleplay, who can just see through my bullshit, and they're like, "I don't buy it." It's like nothing that he says checks out. It's like you just got that something about you. Don't trust it. And it's like, it's like you only say this when I'm actually the imposter.
You acting sus.
She's like, I know you. Like, oh, that's like quick. We have to kill Shay first. She knows if it's Rin or not immediately.
That's what happened.
It wasn't what happened.
It wasn't Shay, but it was the other person. It was one of those times where they were like, yeah, you did this thing where you ran in the room and you saw me there, and so instead of like doing a thing, you pivoted and then you went back in like you were trying to decide if it was worth killing me or not. And it's like, fuck, she's got it figured out. And yeah, she was dead the next round.
It makes me feel so bad because the first time I was imposter playing with everyone here, I just saw Shay in shields, and I'm like, oh, maybe she's figuring stuff out. And I was the imposter, so I just walked up, killed her, and left. I was like, no one will see her because like nobody comes down here.
I still love the keyring ones.
Where you'll see someone immediately bolt off, and you're like, well, I know at least one of the imposters.
Yeah, Gabe, there's one test on a map where basically everybody clusters up and puts their keys into an ignition and turns them. If you're the killer, that's the best place to get a kill because nobody will see you while you're all stacked on each other. And so you just do it, and they're like, what the fuck just happened?
Now hang on a minute.
It's an immediate, who did it?
And if you got more than one imposter and you rack up like a double or triple kill in there, people start losing their minds.
I like
How did
that.
that happen?
Hello, Kiva.
He made it.
Because yeah, the other one is imposters don't actually have tasks. Hello, they have fake tasks.
Hello.
You know, you stand around looking like you're busy, and the keyring is one that like everybody has if the one person has it, except imposters. So if you see somebody running off immediately, and you see everybody else going to the keys, you're like, well, okay, I know which one didn't have it.
Well, apparently that's not true because that happened one time for Shane, and Shane allegedly didn't have it as a crew member. And so, me being the imposter, when I killed somebody, I was like, it was fucking Shane. He ran off and didn't have it. He's like, no, I didn't have a task. And people were like, oh, yeah, sometimes you don't have the key. And it's like, what?
I don't know what they're talking about.
I think it turned out that he did have it, and he just didn't realize it.
It might
Yeah,
be
he just
true as
left.
well. It
Yeah.
might also be the case.
I will be right back in just a second.
Okay.
Sounds like Gabe's the imposter. We should vote him out.
It's pretty sus. Oh, I forgot. We got to level 3. We got second level spells.
Yeah, so why don't we start going over all that stuff now that it's been a while since we played, y'all?
Rez figured out that I was the imposter.
No, I
You
guess
need
we'll
to
keep talking about Among
Oh
Us
no,
then.
okay. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna walk away right now.
No, I was just trying to get us in the game, but if we want to do Among Us, it's
No,
fine.
that's fine.
It's-
I don't want to.
It's okay. I think I saw Arc Vent.
yeah, Arc vented. It's
No, you
fine. Yeah,
didn't.
there we go. See, now they just segued back to us. So you can
You're,
keep
it's
going.
pretty sus
What
you're
were you
throwing
saying
around
about
all
Rez?
these accusations.
What were you saying about Rez now?
I don't remember.
No, you gotta remember. Now you're on the spot.
I don't.
I think it was Rez figured something out, and then it turned into Among Us.
It did.
Mhm.
Rez is smart like that. Anyway.
We found some bodies that were not in good condition, and because we were looking for, I think it was like there was a problem in the mines, and turns out there were owlbears.
Adorable owl bears.
Yeah, you could have had an owlbear friend. That did happen.
I do have an owl bear friend.
He half ate her
Owlbears
arm
are
in the
monstrous.
process.
It did. Look, I'm just lucky that it wasn't a vampire.
I mean,
Oh.
He's down for
Gabe
later.
wasn't even here and you were then.
Writing this
Where's
down
Gabe?
for later.
He said he had to step away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, another vampire got him. It's fine. She didn't get Capri Sunned, unlike there, but the owlbears were. There was an owlbear woman.
It's look, everything I try to befriend in this game just ends up trying to eat us.
So
That
now
is-
you
that
have
is
to go
how
the
it works
opposite
now.
way. Now you have to go the opposite way and just start killing everything early. Oh look, it's a cute little. Nope, that's gonna eat somebody in their sleep tonight. Not today, Satan.
Mhm.
Oh, we can't. Well, you kind of continue with the summary, but one of the people's missing that it's important to.
Well, they met their sister. We met their sister.
Was the Goliath sister.
Yeah, she was a monk. That was cool.
Yeah.
She was a punchy girl. Owl bear woman. But she stayed to take care of the owl bears because hey, we did a good thing. We didn't kill Mama. And we survived. And now we get to go report it.
Oh, we found that the miners were like smuggling or either the miners were or somebody was using the mine to smuggle the owlbear.
The miners
Baby.
were doing a part-time poaching
Yeah.
gambit. But we was like, fuck no.
I had to go find my notes. I was like, wait, they're here somewhere in this new computer.
And because they was poaching, they got eated.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
I don't think my stomach liked dinner.
Oh, what was for
All right,
dinner?
y'all. You keep talking. I'm gonna be right back now.
So,
Y'all keep talking.
what task have you finished?
Well, I overate.
Dun dun
I've
dun.
been doing that all day. Cause I was like, hey, or my mom was like, hey, you look like you lost weight. I can see it in your cheeks. I'm like, oh no, you're
Hot
right.
dog.
And then you know what? I received a call from one of my doctors, and they're like, hey, you lost some weight. I was like, oh no, it's just been confirmed by the doctors. But apparently it's bad enough that a doctor calls and is like, hey, you gotta pack on some more pounds.
The question is, did your doctor call because they were like, hey, you lost, or is it because your mom called the doctor and was like, maybe she's lost some weight, you could tell her that.
It was because I had gone to a hospital the other day for a checkup,
Oh, that's right.
and they're like, huh, this girl's underweight, like way underweight.
Have you considered eating another sandwich? Like, no.
My stomach can't take it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
They're like, okay, don't worry, just make all of your sandwiches grilled cheese sandwiches, and you'll be okay.
Well, yeah, just grill everything in butter.
Sorry, I had to go check see if our AC was working or not because it's been storming all day and we thought it may have been shot by lightning.
Is it?
Yeah. That happened before in Florida. Oh, that was a fun time.
I
Hey,
live in Florida, so yeah.
Gabe, I'm sorry, but everything I befriend is gonna try to eat us. I'm just lucky it wasn't a vampire that last time.
You know, yeah.
You're just so calm about it.
I've accepted everything.
Hot dog consumed.
Oh,
Well,
dog, good shoot.
Congrats!
Hot dog.
That's so unappealing to me right now.
Ah, so good.
I have apple
I have.
slices.
I mean,
Banana.
apple,
Double dog.
chicken,
Cheese and garlic inside.
Banana.
Nugget.
mashed potatoes.
Nugs.
Yeah, please.
Now we wait to see if Red dies.
What is this stream?
If he dies, die.
Why the fuck does this apple taste like a cucumber?
I mean,
It's
Why the
not a
fuck is this apple green and long?
Are you okay, Shane?
Is
no,
Gabe
'cause
having a green Sally?
well, no, he just said, well, why is this apple green? I was like, apples can be green and long. Oh, I get it.
Also, Sage, don't you dare utter those words to me.
Is Gabe having a green Sally?
I'm muting Sage.
Question.
Cancel.
Answer.
Question. What is a green Sally?
I'm gonna go.
Cucumber sandwich.
Oh,
With a hint of lemon and mayonnaise.
Add lemon to the mayonnaise?
Yeah, it's the mayonnaise is very, very light. It's mostly used as a seal for the bread to keep the moistness of the cucumbers inside.
I can see that.
It seems like an overwhelmingly white person food.
It is the most white person food.
Excuse me, have you not heard of mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is
It
in it.
literally has mayonnaise
It's
in it.
just literally mayonnaise. That's it. It's the ultimate white person food.
I don't think I could handle eating just mayonnaise.
No.
You put it in everything and make mediocre things out of it, like just plain chicken salad.
I don't know. I like
Or-
chicken
or-
salad.
Chicken salad's great when you know there's seasoning.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, you
It's
don't
like-
just like You don't just like boil chicken and then put it with mayonnaise.
You'll be surprised at how many people on the white side of my family do that.
You
That's
oil
It is the
chicken?
most disgusting, the most disgusting chicken salt. It's like, there's not. Could you at least put salt and pepper in this, guys?
No.
Could you just?
I'm Sicilian. It has to be mostly spices, mostly herbs.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting a little bit of chicken in with my spices.
Yeah. No, it's like I got some oregano, and there's also some tomato in this tomato sauce.
Wait a minute.
There's at least half a tomato in the tomato sauce.
Actually, I personally, I'm a firm believer in slow cooking tomato sauce and putting diced tomatoes in it because it's just really good. You get a really thick sauce, and then you have like these like swollen sauce nuggets, and it's and then you like dice up some mushrooms, put them in there. You get the meat in there. Oh, it's good shit. It's good shit.
Slow cooking anything it tends to be pretty good.
Yeah, and angel hair pasta is the best pasta.
Man, shut up.
Listen, you piece of shit. Listen, don't make me tell them about your McDonald's order, alright?
I do it. I have no shame.
Tell us about
Okay.
the McDonald's order.
Okay, so
Actually, I would do it, but I'm busy.
I'll frame it, and then whenever you're done eating, you can do it. So,
Yeah.
as some of you may recall, Gabe actually came up to see me like a year ago. We hung out for like a week.
Yeah.
Me, him, and my roommates. And during that time, as you know, people tend to do, we went to McDonald's multiple times actually, and every time Gabe ordered one thing, specifically the one thing. Gabe, would you like to inform them?
Well, one
Of what
thing,
you
one thing is a bit of a misnomer. Actually,
Well, not one item, 3 items.
3
It's
items.
the same order over and over again.
That's not the
I-
problem.
I've got it down pat. It's 3 double cheeseburgers, 2 plain, 1 ketchup only. I eat them in said order. With the first one plain, the second one ketchup only, the third one plain, in that order.
It's so specific. It's so, like, it's so much.
There's
Indeed.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about.
Here I was at 12:30 at night in the drive-thru with this man. He was in my own car, and he was like, "Yo, can we stop by McDonald's?" And I'm like, "Sure, dog, no problem."
You had just picked me up from my traumatic experience
Yeah.
with Spirit Airlines flying over.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want McDonald's.
The man had no clothes to his name. The fucking airlines had lost his clothes. All he had was his laptop and his fucking capri pants. And so
And
I'm
my
like, you know what,
backpack.
buddy? Yeah, and your backpack. I'm like, you know what, buddy? Yes, we could totally go to McDonald's. It's gonna be great. There's one right by my apartment. We pull up. I'm like, cool, dude. What do you want? And then he tells me that order specifically, and I just stare at it.
Just keeps going through the
Because
drive-thru.
now I have to tell this lady on the other end of this intercom that order. He doesn't want French fries. I can't remember if you ordered a drink or not.
I did get a large water.
That's right. You ordered a
Large
fucking
water?
water. You ordered a water. That's right.
I don't drink soda. I only drink
From
water,
the-
milk, and orange juice. Sometimes lemonade.
I mean,
and
like drinking water is okay.
Yeah. But like you ordered a large water from McDonald's.
Yeah, like, have you seen their ice makers? Well,
I didn't-
they'd probably put
Yeah,
the water.
I
in
had a white knuckle grip on my steering wheel for the rest of the drive home.
Let's see, I'll get 3 drinks from McDonald's, and it's in order. They're like tropical berry Sprite because that stuff is amazing.
Mm.
Sweet tea or Dr Pepper.
If
And
if
that's
it's
it.
one of those mixology drink machines where like I can add my own shit, typically what I like to go for is I have to go with Coke Zero because I'm diabetic. But I'll go Coke Zero with vanilla, and then depending on how I'm feeling that day, you add in a little bit of Coke Zero with orange as well, and you got Coke Zero dreamsicle, and it's fucking dope. It's the good shit.
I like how Gabe telling you his order sent you into a rage.
I was blindsided by it, you know, because, like, here's this guy who I've been friends with for many years now, you know, I trusted him enough to give him my address to, like, come and meet me for the first time. I invited him into my home, and my first experience with him in meat space is, I need 3 cheeseburgers, 2 plain, 1 with ketchup, and a large water. What would you do?
Sometimes I get a medium or a small fry or a 6-piece McNugget with barbecue.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, whatever you feeling adventurous.
Whenever I'm feeling really hungry.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, sometimes.
You know what? I do that at Wendy's too.
God
Actually,
damn.
no. Actually, my order is different at Wendy's. It's 3 double stacks plain.
Well, honestly, only thing I get from Wendy's is a fucking Baconator. Like, the biggest, thickest Baconator I can get. Because it's just so heavy and so good.
It is
You
valid.
and I are on the same level there.
Mm. If the burger place has bacon, the bacon goes on the burger. Like Five Guys, oh god, love me some Five Guys.
Oh, I haven't had Five Guys in so long.
Yeah, I know, I haven't either. I can't fucking afford it in this economy.
Right? Who can?
Can't afford the gourmet burger.
I want their Cajun fries. That's what I want.
Yeah, the Cajun fries are pretty good.
Just give me their 200-pound sack of fries. I'll be fine.
Right? Yeah.
Can I get the small bag and they throw like a potato sack at me?
Right. Oh, hey, I haven't told anybody in this chat other than Gabe. My last 2 weeks have been hellish. My tablet is just a piece of shit. And I just...
The dick I saw on
I need to fire it.
Mine
I'm
has-
so, like, I haven't posted on Twitter in, like, half a week because I'm, like, if I post anything, the only thing on my mind is how insanely upset I am right now. I gotta get a replacement.
My tablet has started to flip out a little.
What are
more
you
often.
using?
Cintiq.
Which version? Because Cintiqs are fucking bomb. I love Cintiq.
They are awesome. Mostly it seems to be the pen.
You can actually get a replacement pen.
I have replacement tips, but I might need a replacement pen.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it used to be it was like in between $70 to $100 for a new pen. Unless you have like a really old model Cintiq, because I know sometimes that changes the way the pins respond, and like whenever they update their pins, they like come with more shit, so it may not be compatible.
Mine's like a few years old.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Question?
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Sorry. Have you? Is it possible for you to like? Because I know last time you said you lost like 10 hours worth of work. Is it possible
20.
to like? Oh, right. What I mean, like last.
Yeah.
10-hour blocks.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Right. Is it? I don't know how it works. Is it possible to like save more often so you lose less amounts, or is it just like? It corrupts the
Okay.
entire-
That's fair. That's fair. You don't know why it corrupts.
No.
It corrupts a Photoshop file because my tablet crashes, and while I'm working in Photoshop, that's fine. At most, I lose like whatever until I go back to the last save. No. You see, the problem arises, my darling Gabriel, when it crashes as I save. And then it corrupts the file. And better yet still, I do save multiple copies because that is very important. But if I am actively saving a copy, it will not only corrupt the original save file, but also the copied file. And then you can't get it back. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I hate it. I just need, at this point, I've decided I know my best course of action, because my computer is a piece of shit. I can't run Photoshop on it. So I've decided that somehow, some way, maybe I'll rob a bank, who knows. I'm going to get a laptop that's just for running Photoshop, clocked it at around like $700. I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. And then I'm going to get just a normal ass Cintiq from Wacom, clocked that around about the same price. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get these two things. I can just function, and then I can take this tablet, which has sucked 3.5 years of my life. I can put it very carefully in its box and only take it out whenever I travel. Because the whole reason I bought this one, because this one was fucking $3,000. The whole reason I bought this one was because I used to travel a lot whenever I worked for Microsoft. So I would be like bouncing around and shit, and I would get like an hour here, half hour there on lunch breaks or in between meetings and stuff like that. And I would need a tablet. I would like to have the tablet with me because it has its own processor. So I don't need to attach it to a computer at all. But at this point, I don't go anywhere. I'm a hermit. I work from home. So I might as well just shift back over to the old reliable and shelve this thing.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. It's just, I have the plan. I have the strat. Now I just got to get there.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I usually figure something out eventually. It'll take a while, and hopefully I can just keep myself together with this goddamn infernal device.
I have a tablet I'm not currently using. It's not very good. It's pretty basic.
Oh, it's all good.
Get your way.
Nah, man, thank you though. It's all good. Like this one, it still works. It just drains me. It's not like it's like whenever it works amazing. It's a wonderful device. It's just the interface between Windows 10 and Wacom software for the drivers is terrible, and it constantly like it's just gotten worse. Like I was hoping there was going to be an update because fucking Windows 10 does automatic updates on their OS, which is a pain in the dick. But ever since the last update, it's been crashing more frequently, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like the Wacom's hardware is great. It's their software that's shit. Mm-hmm. 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 That's wild. That may be a problem with Spotify itself, unless with a tablet. Like it could have. Well, probably not Spotify. Probably something to do with your computer. Like how are you when you're streaming? Because I know streaming is a big ask from computers. Is it pushing your PC? Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's not too bad. Ironically, my tablet streams great. It's just with all of the crashes. Like that's the whole reason I stopped uploading speed paints, because if OBS was running and recording while my laptop crashed, whether or not I lost my Photoshop file, I lost the OBS file, so I'd like miss huge chunks. So that's why I stopped uploading to YouTube, and also I stopped streaming just because like it continues to crash, and streaming I have to be in the right headspace, and if I get stressed out from like back-to-back crashes or some shit, I don't want to be having to like talk to people in a stream, you know? So I would like to get back to streaming and making speed paints, but I have to change my equipment first. When I eventually do that, that will be great and awesome, because I actually really enjoyed making speed paints, like, because I think the last one I made was like 1.5 years ago. Hey Ren, are you dead?
No, it just didn't.
How you feeling, buddy?
I'll be fine. I'll probably just have to rush back to the bathroom soon.
Okay.
My insides are protesting all the food.
You got some water?
I do have water. That was part of what was holding me up there was needing to refill our water pitcher.
It's all good.
Hello, person. Oh,
Somehow
Stefan.
my Twitch account has
Hey,
survived 22
Stefan.
months without a total reinstall.
Yo,
No comment
Sage,
on my
that guy
home
stole your
system
name.
OS longevity.
I mean, I think he stole it from Stefan because Stefan.
You gotta
It's been going.
You gotta
for 22
copyright that
months.
shit.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, Sage?
Also, hi, Stefan. I'm really sad you didn't get to be in
Nothing.
I don't think they can hear me talking to people. Hi, Stefan. Really sad you didn't get to play with us in Encounter Roleplay when you were supposed to be in the one-shot. I survived, though. Hooray. It would have been really sad having
Or
to kill
did you?
I mean, yes, I did. Everybody else died. Some people took the easy way out. I got to live.
As it should be.
There will be more chances, yes.
Delightful.
Yeah. So, only a half hour into this, but yes, I just took some medication that will probably have me running to the bathroom. So hopefully it doesn't kick in immediately, but...
Yeah, well, if you're, if shit gets fucky, you just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shay will be here if she sees me run away
Yeah, that's
from the
fine.
desk. She can
Yeah,
at least-
that's a good point. If we just hear the...
Yeah,
You're just like, wait a second.
that'll be the cue. That'll be the cue.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll just, she can hit the transition button over on your PC.
Look at me.
And it'll
I am the DM
shift-
now.
Yeah, Shay will take
It'll
over.
shift over to just a loop of a funny cat gif.
Oh, get one of those so I can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just says technical difficulties at the bottom.
Oh no, yeah, there we go. Alright.
It's just like the kitten
I'll be
falling
drawing that
off
now.
Yeah, I need a technical
ghost
difficulties cat. Or or a ghost dog just like tangled up in the wires or something.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's more topic. More on brand.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Though we haven't heard any ghost dogs in a long time.
Oh, we don't have any dogs. That's why. The dog stayed with my parents. So, no ghost dogs in this building. Well, there is a terrier on the next floor, 2 floors down, but they're very far from us, and we can't hear them.
So what I'm hearing is we need to get a dog.
I mean, could we?
I mean, you could.
Yeah, we could.
What?
Maybe for the next place.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, last time, a fucky month ago. No, I think it was only like what, 2 weeks. It's only been like 2 weeks, I think.
No, it's been like a month.
Has
I'll
it?
check the chat.
No, we did the owlbear thing was like 2 weeks
A
ago.
long, long time ago.
Hey, Galaxy,
That's fair.
far away. Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, y'all set out to go do the mine mission, and out in the mines, you had found out that the miners had all pretty much died, and the circumstances of their death seem to have been tied to a vigilante calling themselves Owlbear Person. This was, of course, our resident Giant Boy's sister. And the Owlbears were exacting vengeance on the miners for not doing their job of mining ores, and instead had taken up a life of poaching and had abducted 3 of the Owlbears' owlbear cubs. Cub chicks. Chick cubs.
Cublets.
Cublets. There you go. So, some owlbear cublets. Mama Bear was not happy. Owlbear Person had helped Owlbear Mama track down the remainders of their nest, and it turned out to only be one surviving cublet that attempted to eat Tarme before she let them out. You all had a chance to scrap with the sister owlbear woman person, and oof, okay. And after a brief stint in conversation, you found out that they weren't gonna do any more harm to y'all. After Raverick had a really cool scrap fight with them, knocked him out, brought the lightning and the hammer down on him. So we find ourselves back at Fallowheart. No reason to go over the trekking back through. But you have made it back to Fallowheart. Haldor's sister in tow. Remind me, did you all unshackle them?
I'm pretty sure we did. To my knowledge, they made themselves not a threat.
Yes.
Yeah, they.
Mhm.
We let them go.
Okay.
Yeah, she was gonna wake Mama Bear and stay with them.
Yep. Okay. So you guys did not take Owlbear Woman into custody, and they promised that the owlbears would not be a problem anymore. So you all find yourselves back at Fallowheart with the intent of reporting what you found and continuing on with whatever it is you plan to get yourselves up to.
All right.
What do you all plan to get yourselves up to?
Well, I suppose we should go speak to the mayor.
Yes, that would be wise, I suspect. The mayor was the guy who gave us this job, right?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Cool, I couldn't remember if it was him or the church.
No, this was the mayor. I don't believe you got anything from the church. I think you had just checked in and was like, "I'm here if you need anything."
Yeah.
And he was.
I mean, I
like,
stayed there.
Yeah.
That was about it.
And he was like, "Well, hugs," and you were like, "Not that kind of need." And he was like,
Yeah. No, I'm good.
"I'm good, thanks, though."
Alright, then I suppose we will make our way back to the mayoral manor, shack,
Palace.
place.
The mayor's palace. Ah, the epitome of nobles. The mayor. And did any of my great note takers take down the name of said mayor?
What?
I did.
Check.
Did?
Let me pull up my notes for Revoric. It's been a minute. Dude.
No, it's literally just go, Mayor gave us a task.
Oh no.
That's how it starts, and it's local minds infested with problems, in quotation marks.
Igdin Migletti.
Yeah. Fat ass blonde gnome.
Sorry, what was the name?
Igdin Migledy. Megledy? Migletti.
Migletti.
Yeah.
Evelyn Migletti. All right. Yeah. That sounds. No, I remember Migletti. Yeah. Okay. Igdin Migletti. Miggledy.
Miggledy.
Miggledy. It's Miggledy now, because that sounds more gnomish.
Alright.
Yeah, Igdin Miggledy. So yeah, that's right. He had the mustache. No.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
In my notes, under description, I have fat ass blonde gnome.
Mustache. Fat ass blonde no mustache. All right.
Fat ass blonde mustache.
Yeah, he's got a big ass blonde mustache. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to attempt to do better note taking. So I'm going to make sure that Igdin has notes. Mayor. Fat ass blonde mustache. Gnome. Okay. The mayor's estate. I almost said palace. Thank you, Gabe. The mayor's estate is also where he does most of his business. There's an office on the ground floor where he has an advisor and some people to help deliver correspondences and stuff to him. But he is there when you arrive, seated behind the desk. He has a human-sized desk with a chair that seems a bit big for him, but it's raised to a level that puts him at about the right height. But the difference between the back and his actual body makes it look a little comedically oversized for him still. But he smiles and kind of straightens out some stray strands on the left side of his curled mustache, and he says, "Ah, good, you've returned. Tell me, what news of the Burrowfell mines?" This is my voice now. If it was different, get it out of your head.
Rourke will just kind of nod to our Goliath homie.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, it's me, Goliath homie.
Darling. The darling boy Haldor.
Yeah.
It's me, Eldor.
I'll sort of step forward, and we didn't bring my sister with me. She's back.
No, she broke off with the
Yeah.
elves.
She's with the burrs.
Okay. I gotta remember how to do Haldor's voice. It's been a minute.
I believe it sounded something like this, where it was very Eastern European.
Yeah.
Hello there. My name is Haldor.
It's more Swedish Schiffer, more.
Indeed.
Good,
Hey there,
despite
it's
that.
me, Haldor, just your friendly giant friend.
Hi, Kermit.
I'm gonna
With
bring
their
down
ignorant Haldor here.
gonna bring down the wrath of the gods on you.
But yeah, Haldor will kind of nod. We made our way out to the mines, and everyone there was dead, though the person that I was sent there to meet was also inside the mines. The miners had all been killed by owlbear. They had taken to poaching her young.
Oh, that's a very serious problem indeed.
Not anymore, they are dead.
It appeared that they weren't even mining so much as setting up this poaching operation.
Indeed.
It's going to cause a great deal of trouble for our own operations with the ore shipments becoming far less frequent. It's going to take a while to clean up the mines and then hire a new staff that can fill the quotas, as it were. No matter, that's not your problem. I thank you for making sure that these men were brought to justice, or at least resolving what had caused them to fall astray, and you understand what I'm trying to say. You found out the cause of the disruption at the mines and put an end to it one way or another. And I am a man of my word, and payment was promised, so here we are. And he takes out a small coffer and produces a key and opens it up, and inside of the coffer there is a sack of gold, and it has roughly, because now I have to remember that Frost is here, so I want to give you an even amount. There's 5 of you. There's about 150 gold in there. And then there's also 3 vials, little slender potion-sized vials. It says, I can only offer either a monetary reward or 3 mystery potions. Not both, I'm afraid. But you've been looking to get rid of these potions if you are willing to substitute it.
I don't know about the rest of you. That doesn't seem like quite a good idea to me.
Agreed. We're
Personally,
low on fundage.
Oh, no, that's quite alright. That's why I was offering it, and not so much insisting you take the potions. It was more of a, if you wanted them, trade it instead of the money.
personally, I think the potions might be quite valuable.
2 to 1, 2 left.
Revork just kind of looking over the rest of the group, and then gesturing to the to the coin. 150 gold is a reasonable sum. I know I myself have purchases I wish to make. I imagine there are those here who may not be necessarily outfitted for this sort of work. He says, kind of nodding towards Stefan. Curiosity is a powerful motivator, but my vote is for the coin, I think.
Understandable.
What sort of potions are they again?
We don't
I'm
know.
not Sure.
Mystery.
No.
Or you could take the mystery box.
It could even be a box.
A boat's a boat.
But it
A
could be
mystery box
anything.
could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Even a boat.
My thought.
You know how much we
is,
want one of those?
Yeah, my thought is even if they're as far as value goes, the potions are probably worth more, because just 3, like, of the lowest tier healing potions are gonna be 150.
Well, what's the point of me telling you to do a GM roll if you're gonna just roll it anyways?
I mean, if they can,
But we don't know what those numbers mean.
And that would also
No,
involve
that's
us
true.
selling them at an appropriate price.
exactly, that's whether or not we can actually get them sold. Because I mean, this is not we're
No,
we're
this isn't
ways
a
away from a city.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not arguing with the decision.
Fair enough.
It's just
She's making a case for the potion.
Yeah, I get where your head's at.
All
right. With that in mind, you know what? Here, let's make it easy. 1 in chat for coin, 2 in chat for potions. D&D chat.
Democracy.
Well,
3
for
in
that-
chat, we take the coin, pour the potions on them, see what happens.
3, you kill the gnome
4
and take the potion.
4 in chat, we lock Frost in a cellar and move on.
Oh no.
Question:
Mhm.
the potions, are they like within reach?
I dug 'em.
No,
I
like,
mean-
did he put them on the table or something? I want to.
Yeah. They're like he opened up like a really nice coffer that has everything in it. And on one side of the coffer is the sack of money, and the other has the 3 potions on display.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the potions and I'm gonna pick one up and I'm gonna look it over. I'm sure at some point in my life, I've seen a healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can be like, oh, that.
Does that do?
Can I do that?
Yeah. Arcana check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
let it be a potion of invincibility.
Well,
You kind of think that it has that vial shape that potions come in, and it looks drinkable. So, yeah, it could be a healing potion. Did I really just roll that one twice? No, it's one off.
I'm gonna take it, look it over studiously, and then just eventually just put it down. Turn to the group. I vote 2.
Who
Put in
says
2.
that out loud?
I was gonna
Jeez.
say something.
Potions.
I was gonna actually say it, but then I just lost track entirely. My mind blanked, so I was like, eh. Oh wait. 1 is the potions.
No, 1 is gold.
God damn it.
This guy. There are 2 options.
There were like 4 you were lifting earlier.
It's fine. I'm outvoted. I understand.
Well, no, you're not, because Frost hasn't voted yet. He could break it because his vote counts for 3.
No, incorrect. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Shay's outvoted.
Yeah, majority vote.
Actually,
Revork will just kind of give a firm nod and say, I believe we'll take the coin.
Very well. All right, coins are yours.
there is more information.
Revork will take the coin and just start quietly parsing it out to all the homies.
Yep.
Everybody gets 30 gold.
Everybody gets
When
30.
we came upon our friend's sister, she had not.
The gnome kind of raises his eyebrow at the mention of sisters.
The one I was going to go meet.
Oh, yes, okay, that clarifies quite a bit then, yes.
She had word that there were hobgoblins raising forces in the mountains to the east.
You would be correct. It was actually a point I was going to bring up with the five of you. Once you had gotten back, my men had captured the scout of this actual hobgoblin force. They're being kept below in the dungeons. Don't ask me why my manor is connected to a dungeon. The constable just feels it's the easiest place to protect.
Well, I was going to recommend sending for a request for additional defenses from Nova Stoya. That, of course, would take some time.
Yes, it would. I can get a raven on the winds for such a thing if you have a request to send out.
What is their normal travel route?
Whose?
If someone was going to come from Nova Stoya.
He kind of walks over to another little table and he fishes out a roll of parchment and unfurls it, and he says, "Oh, well, there are many roads in Soma that will connect to Nova Stoya. They would have to travel up the route here." He kind of just traces his finger along through Void, past Crow's Bend. They'll probably see all the trouble that's been happening along the village towards Nyx, and they'd probably make their way here towards Fallowheart, yes. Or they could take the long route and cut through the forest, but that's a much longer route.
Less likely to be harried by the gnolls, but
Yeah, the open terrain is much safer. You can see what's coming that way. But I can get word out to Nova Stoya if you feel that it would be prudent to reach the Crimson Court.
now Crimson Court is like up here, right?
Nope. Crimson Court is in Nova Stoya.
Oh.
That's the name of their nobility.
Mm-hmm.
It's the goddamn Draculas.
It's the goddamn Strads.
Stradaculas.
Stradaculas.
So then the side that hates Nova Stoya is up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Castle.
Ravo.
Right.
Yeah, Ravo's where Gabe's last character was from, right?
Yeah, it's where Azathel was from.
Yeah, because that's where they have like the mages and stuff.
Yeah, it's a mageocracy.
Here's the
Yeah.
mages and the Argent Dawn.
Woo!
Indeed. Of which Azathel was also a member of.
Ye-
There's still the matter of the cult that we are aware of.
This is true.
I've been giving it some thought. I'm not entirely certain that the location found at the loss of Azathel would be encountered the creature. I do not believe they may have suspicion soon that we know of their location. Clearly, they were aware of this woman in their midst. And as they said, it was trying to be starved out. There may be some merit in attempting to turn, clear out whatever's left, and if they have gone, we may find some clues as to what they are planning.
Yeah, it's a solid point.
That
Just a
means-
thought. I also do not like to waste battle maps.
That means
What is this battle map?
It is a map meant for battle. Plan one out in your mind once you see a battle.
It's right there in the name.
You know, that's fair. It would save a lot of tactical planning. We wouldn't have to carve figurines for each deployable soldier and anticipate what the enemy's troops would look like.
Yes, approximately. Though, in reference, you may wish to instead use stand-ins rather than individual soldiers, things like banners as singular icons to represent a specific number of troops.
I didn't realize you had a military background.
The time in my monastery was well versed in the methods of combat. The Imbercairn is a place of devout worship and fervent battle training.
Well, if we're going to return to Nyx, we'll be walking right back into Null territory.
Indeed. It was merely a suggestion. If we have other plans or pressing matters, then by all means. I am merely concerned about loose threads.
You do make a good point.
Even if you
just
don't... Go ahead.
I'm just a
Please.
I'm just a bit of nervous about the area.
Indeed. It is clear that the pox that is this cult has dug itself root deep into the land there. But should we allow our fear to get the better of us for too long, it won't be long till those same creatures manage to spread their darkness and filth here.
Agreed. And even if this basement that you found these cultists in turns out to just be an outpost, then that is one less outpost this cult has in their name.
Correct. And if it is empty, then we know that it is empty. They have moved on.
The only other thing I was going to recommend, at least for myself, Mayor, if you were interested, and you were willing to set up a guild contract with me, I could potentially learn more about this forest, the one that spans along the Grey Spine. I already know the path to the Burrowfell mines now, and you mentioned that was a place you needed to secure. In character, I'm asking if I can rank up to Pathfinder.
Yes, let me find your Pathfinder. Handy book. Do you have it open? What page is that?
I do. It is page 102.
102. Wanderer. Pathfinder. Do you feel that you effectively established a new road or trade route between known settlements or landmarks that is safe to travel?
That would level me up to Royal Surveyor.
Oh, that's fair. Discover an anomaly and documented its location? Yes, I think you did that.
Cool.
Yeah. Anybody else want to rank up on their backgrounds while we are discussing that?
I think technically Revoric might meet the requirements for ranking up on his.
Which one was yours?
I'm trying to dig it up so I don't waste your time. Inquisitor is mine. Yeah.
Yours would apply to mine as well.
Yeah.
Let me scroll up to Inquisitor while I'm on here.
Although I don't think Haldor would classify.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the null cult and everything like that.
It is
Bringing
page
that
81.
information.
81. I was going in the
I
wrong
could
direction.
I could see Raverick and Haldor maybe qualifying after if we were to clear out that place.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if me bringing the information. Let me see.
Let me see.
Prodigy prisoner by chapter master. No.
Yeah, it would have to come from the hug priest.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think that one would come up just yet.
Okay.
But like Gabe was saying, once you guys do more with the cult, that might spring up. Stefan.
Okay, I have to be considered proficient with a mentor who's a barber surgeon to rank up in physician.
What page is yours on?
It is 75.
Oh, these are so spread out.
Complete a variety of surgeries successfully and be considered proficient by a mentor who has attained the rank of barber surgeon.
Oh, you have not done any surgeries yet, sir.
All of this gold is going towards healing kids.
Yeah, like you can shoot Stefan and dig the bullet out, but until that happens.
Can I do this a dozen times? I really need to grind this for
Stefan, how about yours?
I don't think it would apply.
Not yet?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations. Everybody has 1 level of vampire transformation.
Sweet.
Kidding. The mayor has mentioned that they have a hobgoblin prisoner.
Right.
And you all have expressed interest in wanting to pursue the blood cult further. So, which avenue are we going?
Well, I mean, the hobgoblin's here, and
Yeah.
we haven't really rested yet. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's go talk to the hobgoblin now. Maybe sleep on it.
Sure. Mechanical question. For anyone who happens to know, talents. How do they work? Do you get another one every time? Do you get to pick a second one in your background every time you go up a rank?
I believe that is how that works. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the exact letter of the rule, but that sounds right.
What's the question?
Gaining other additional talents.
We can continue on. I'll look it up.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I believe we have a prisoner I'd like to speak to.
I would indeed.
A prisoner. Alrighty. So we're heading down.
Yep. Heading to the barracks or the jail.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So the barracks are attached to the manor in the back. In case there's any security emergencies, they could secure the mayor and his family quicker by being in the immediate vicinity. But it does have a brig feels like the wrong word, but the jail is attached to the barracks, which goes directly under the manor. But when you arrive, it doesn't take long for you to tell the constable, who is a sleepy-looking dwarf with a bushy beard, that the mayor had given you permission to speak to the prisoner. And
I smack my hand on the table and say, "Morning!" Because I figured he looked sleepy.
And he gives you a
Is it morning?
No, it's
No.
like late
No.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Wake up, fucker!
Wake up, fucko!
But I
Yeah.
just gesture to the inquisitors behind me and step aside.
We have come to speak to your prisoner, the Hest of Mayor.
He gets up out of his chair and he adjusts his shirt and trousers, the big old belt that goes over his belly, fishes out a ring of keys. He starts hobbling his way towards the brig.
I know those weren't words, but can I insight what those words were?
Yeah, you can
Meant to
insight
be.
it.
Inside 22.
Yeah, he seems to be mumbling to himself, but his words are indecipherable.
As I assume we follow him along, Haldor's gonna take Raverick off to the side for a second, just kind of look him over and say, "How do you normally do this? Before we go in, we should have a unified approach."
Well, typically. My experience comes from interrogating townsfolk. While I have some knowledge of how to deal with cultists in particular, most of my training can be seen as residue.
Then we are of a like mind.
Good. Tell me, do you have any experience with cultists, interrogations, things of that method? Any particular talent for it?
I do, specifically with these cultists, yes, but specifically also with hobgoblins, because they are of the Grey Spine, and as am I.
Good. Then I shall follow your lead.
Alright, let's go inside then.
While we're walking past, Ravork is just gonna like side eye Stefan just to see how he's doing, how he's looking.
Protag's been real quiet.
If he seems like he's okay, because I mean we it's been a rough couple of days.
Oh no.
He's a vampire.
Seven's dead.
I mean, he has that gun preacher ready, so he's just hoping.
Sage?
Ark, you good, buddy?
Well, bless you with these bullets.
Speak, motherfucker.
He was just here. He was having connection problems yesterday too.
That's fair. Alright, well, I mean, it's not a huge deal. We can keep going. I just wanted to make sure he was doing alright.
Also, before we begin, we should establish a goal for ourselves. What exactly are we looking for from this person? I assume beyond just the connection between their whatever group they are part of and the cult.
Yes, we require information.
If
Go ahead.
particularly if they might be aligned with the cult, or potentially what they are amassing forces for.
Yes. If we can gain that information as well as knowledge of any particular locations, either of interest or where their forces may be lying in wait, that would also be a great boon. It would do well to be able to give the locals of the area, should they find themselves in harm's way, a missive by Raven if possible, even if we ourselves cannot make it there.
Right, and this one was found scouting the town, so a precursor to an invasion, perhaps.
Yes, most likely.
Alright.
We're just gonna pause. Look at the rest of the group. This is going to be potentially very aggressive. I would ask that any of you who have issues with something of this nature remain here. It will do nothing but harm our goals should you interrupt us.
Indeed, we cannot show squeamishness or weakness in front of a prisoner.
And we must be as one in this front. If this creature perceives infighting, it will surely only bolster his resolve.
It would also be embarrassing.
Very much so.
Indeed.
I assume by your silence you are all resolved in this.
Grenell nod.
Rourke looks at Tarmac.
I step back and lean against the wall. Just... I'll wait out here.
And gives a respectful nod. You have my thanks. We will bring the information once it is gathered. Let us go.
I will walk up to the door. Is it unlocked and open and whatnot?
Well, actually, Ark, are you alive?
Yeah.
Sage! I'm here. There he is!
There
Where
he
you
is.
been, boy?
You okay, son?
I had to go out and help out my grandma with something, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay.
Understandable.
No,
How's
it's,
Grammy?
it's fine.
Yeah.
Just, we were taking some time because you didn't answer us before.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's
Did
good.
Did you hear the warning?
That there's gonna be torture, and that
Yeah.
our squeamish shouldn't.
It was a content warning.
Yeah.
Do you consent?
Yeah, are you comfy with what may happen?
You got any moral qualms with
Uh,
violence, protag?
Out of character, I'm fine.
Yeah,
but
this was an in-character
Stefan will
question.
stay
Yeah.
behind.
All right.
Okay.
Valid.
Rourke gives the same, like, respectful nod.
Yeah.
Very,
he was-
very
he was-
non-judgmental Dragonborn in this moment.
Yeah, he was checking to make sure in character people were okay with Inquisitors being Inquisitors.
Yep. Okay, then it looks like it's the 3 clerics. Let's go!
Yeah, baby, you're going in there.
Alright, so 3 clerics walk into a bar.
Beat the shit out of a hobgoblin till he talks.
A war, life, and Tempest Domain cleric step into the room.
I mean, war clerics have
the
one way of
the life
interrogating.
cleric is there to make sure that the torture can continue.
Exactly. The meetings will continue until morale improves.
I will conjure 10 good berries, and every time he looks like he's almost out of it, I'll pop one in his mouth.
God, this
No.
is bad. I hate this. Let's just go. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this out of character. Let's just do it.
Do it.
Alright. So the 3 of you step into the prison cell. The dwarf gives you another just, and the bars slide out. It gives room for you all to enter, and in the back corner, you see that there is a hobgoblin, and because I always like the analogy that like hobgoblins are presented as like samurai, more than they're like the rest of their little gremlin goblin kin. This hobgoblin in particular is seated in a kneeling meditative position, knees forward, hands in their lap, and their head slightly bowed. They have that reddish brown skin, the long elongated ears that fan out to the sides instead of upward like a elf's would, and they have a mane of dark hair that's swept back and that's complemented by aggressively long mutton chop sideburns. But their eyes are closed as the 3 of you enter, and they seem to be just fixated on their meditation, not caring that you entered.
Just do you mind? I don't know if I caught it. What kind of cell is this? Is it like just like typical jail cell where it's just iron bars separating it, or is it like
It's a typical jail cell. It's a small space, probably no more than 5 by 5. There is a window to let fresh air, in this case cold fresh air, that's barred up. It's a small window, so it's not letting in like an obscene amount of cold air, but it's enough that it's circulating out fresh air, or the mustier air for fresh air. And then the doors themselves is just a row of iron bars. The door was one that was unlocked and slid back, much like a Western, jail cell sort of fixture.
Okay. Okay. So, Howler's gonna walk inside and wait for everyone else to step inside before closing the bars. And then he's just gonna start pacing around, back behinds, over to the side, and finally back to the front, staring down at this hobgoblin. Are they still just looking down?
Yep.
Have they recognized their presence?
They have not looked up or acknowledged your existence.
Okay. They say you were a scout who got captured looking around this place. Is that true? In your eyes, anyway.
There is no response.
I'm gonna walk around. Do they have... You said, how is their hair again?
It's just a bushy mane of dark hair swept back.
Alright. I'm gonna walk behind and reach down and take a handful of it and yank their head back. Are you listening to me?
One eye finally opens. It's that bright goblin yellow. It looks up towards you and then towards the others. Yes, I heard you, but I was ignoring your squeals.
Not a good idea, my friend. We have come to figure out just why you thought it was a good idea to show your stinking hide here in this town. And with that,
realize this town belonged to giant folk. You know how many of your kin I have slain since I was a boy giant. I am not intimidated by your presence.
I did not ask for that. I asked why you are here. I'm gonna slam his face down into the floor.
Make me an intimidation roll.
Okay.
To do violence.
You got a talent for this?
I believe I do, but I don't know if Eradicate Heresy would classify for this.
Eradicate Heresy allows you to find stuff.
You can extract information from an informant. And it's divulging information regarding the location of local cults, opens, and other enemies of the divine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know if these hobgoblins would classify as enemies of the divine.
I mean, yeah, that's tough because it's a matter of perspective. Because from our perspective, where we're at currently, we think he's a cultist.
That's true. And also, I will.
Yeah.
And I will point out that specifically for Imperius, it's he drives his followers to become zealots bent on cleansing the world of whatever they perceive as sources of corruption.
That's fair. I'll allow it. You got solid reasons behind thinking that that's the case, so I'll allow it.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blink it real quick, and then I'm gonna do an intimidation with advantage 8. God damn.
Yo,
you were off to a fine start.
Oh shit, your charisma's so low.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat him.
Well, hold on. What would it
Add
be?
the D4.
Yeah, I was gonna say add the D4 and tell me what it would be with your strength instead of charisma, because you're being physically intimidating.
Okay.
And stop rolling so bad. Jesus.
God damn it.
I haven't played D&D in like 3
Hey, Gabe.
weeks. Yeah.
Gabe,
What's up?
you need a hug.
Maybe.
Hey,
my
have you
friend-
tried
my
not
friend-
being bad at D&D?
Yeah, strength instead of charisma.
Yeah, just tell me what it would be.
Hey, Rin, do I need to remind you what happened last night?
Shay blew us up with a holy hand grenade.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Hallelujah.
As soon as these guys got to Strahd, they immediately rolled bad.
Yeah, we were
All of
rolling.
them.
We were rolling above 16s all night, and then we get to Strahd's boss fight, and all of a sudden we're back to our shit rolls.
Man. Okay, so using strength instead, with and plus the 1, it would be a 12, I believe.
Okay, so still not great.
No.
But not below a 10,
But
which
not
means
below a 10.
he might not laugh at you.
Yeah, he. You throw his head forward from his meditative stance, and his face collides with the wooden boards of the floor, and you pull his head back, and there's some clear blood from where the impact had made, but he doesn't seem shook by it, and he looks over to the other two. I am only here to scout for my legion. We have no intention of taking Fallowheart, merely finding the position of our current enemies.
Do I believe that?
Insight, please.
I would also like to insight.
Fucking! Thank you, Grin. Thank you, my man.
Someone, because apparently the 2 Inquisitors
Two Inquisitors.
we're out of our element of fucking apparently.
I am only good at the murder part of the Inquisiting.
Clark's like, let me show you how this dungeon beats the shit.
Yeah. So Gren, Raverick, you don't have any reason to doubt him. Gren, you know that he is telling the truth. It doesn't feel like he's withholding any details. More that just he hasn't gotten to all of the details yet. But what he has told you seems on the level.
Say we believe you. Are we
Who's your
supposed to?
current enemy? Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah, that's what he was gonna. Who are you looking for? Scouting for? What do you want? Exactly.
We have been searching for the gluttonous ones, the gnolls who have been ravaging much of Ostaya. They have been making incursions into the mountains. We believe they are responsible for the Blood Moon. They have thrown themselves at our citadel and continue to be washed away. It is only a matter of time before they feed enough on the people below to have enough strength to attack us as well.
Revort just kind of looks to Grin.
No, he'll give a nod back, like, yeah, I believe that.
Kind of looking over at the both of them. Because as far as Haldor is concerned, this asshole is just an asshole.
Revork kind of like, after looking at Grin, just kind of nods to to Haldor, and that's sort of like, yeah, we believe him.
Okay. Then, still having a grip on the guy's head with his hair. He's got like a, like when you just really wrap a hand in someone's hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you're like the fingers are like grabbing at the root.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it in there real deep.
Yeah. He's still got that kind of grip, and he's just gonna kind of yank his head back and look back down at him. Is there anything else you would be happy to share with us, beast?
Your kinsmen cry like infant child as we slay them. He spits up some blood towards your feet.
I cast inflict wounds on him.
All right, roll it, boyo. You don't need to hit because you got a firm grip on the back of his head. You just donkey punch inflict wounds on him.
Just right in his dome.
Oh, yeah.
His hair.
Yeah, click the damage. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Boy. All right, hold on, because let me look up some just generic hobgoblin stats.
Get the good
now.
berries!
Get the good berries.
He's already, you just see Gren's hands like together as soon as he sees that tight grip, like, good
Yeah.
And I would say as he's casting inflict wounds, he's just staring down at this hobgoblin with like a kind of a neutral expression, and then kind of. Then I wonder if you will cry.
Actually, as you punch him in the back of the skull, he doesn't get back up.
Oh no!
They only have 11 HP, y'all.
Oh well, good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, you blow out the back of his skull.
Well,
Yeah. With that, Revorik, like seeing the dude go limp, Revorik will just look to Grin.
Do you intend to kill him?
No, I mean that's up to him. That's up to him.
I hadn't intended to kill him.
How do you
Although
non-lethally inflict necrotic damage?
Yeah,
Like maybe you let up as soon as you feel like he's about to go.
No, but
I
see,
leave that to your discretion.
From like the just fucking chunk of damage, there's nothing you can do to like, let me funnel some of that away.
I mean,
yeah, because there are certain spells where you could argue that you aim for a non-lethal spot with it, but even in the very description or name of the spell, you're inflicting a wound, not but I don't think you can let up on a necrotic spell.
All right.
Especially
fair enough.
Especially since you did it at the back of the dome too.
Yeah. Revorik will just look to Grin and give a swift nod. Make sure he stays.
Very well.
Hey, we're helping you with your barber surgeon.
Yeah.
Why don't you give him a good look over, see if there's anything you can do for him? That would count as surgery. Surgery doesn't mean you keep him alive. You could just Frankenstein this bitch.
Extract his organs.
How much does that hobgoblin liver go for on the market?
Hey, let me find the cause of death.
Yeah, this motherfucker died.
Really good Goliath ass hand. I think that's about.
Yeah. Yeah, you palm that skull like a basketball and then just. So I think
I do out of respect try to pop a good berry in to see if he
there you go, right there in the mouth. You just kind of like make him chew. It's like no. All right, so the interrogation spends a little more than an hour. 10 minutes of questioning, an hour of examining. Make me my medicine check, please.
I bless him or guide him.
Oh well, yeah. Go ahead. Roll that d4. Well,
Well,
I feel kind of.
And then west, so 18. There you go.
There you go. I feel like it's just a joke to give you this answer because we all know what killed him. It's like,
After that 1 hour, he just goes, "He's dead."
he did. It looked like a massive trauma to the back of the cranial dome that resulted in rapid hemorrhaging of the medulla oblongata and the brainstem, and
And Gren is just feeding this out in as much medical jargon as he can. So it basically just go, magically inflicted. Unfortunately, magically inflicted
listen,
Call it
and
hemorrhagic stroke.
wounds and.
Revort.
and then Gren plants a knife on him, and it's fine.
I'll put another good bear. Be like, we tried to save him, but
Revort just kind of nods. Looks to Haldor. Typically, interrogation requires a more delicate touch.
I do not have a delicate touch.
We should do this next time.
We
Like
found out good information.
Kill cultists and heretics. Scouts.
Unfortunately, it happens from time to time.
Yes, so it seems. Very well.
Good berry. And I'll offer some good berry.
Can I offer you a good berry
In this trying time. Revort will just kind of nod. Very reserved, dragony face. Looks at the body. We have some information. Not nearly enough. Go. And Revoric will just kind of turn and... is the cell locked?
No, the constable... Or, yes, it would have been locked. It like, automatically locks when you put it back into place. A genius gnomish invention, the auto-lock. But once you signal that you're ready, the constable looks up from his nap and goes... hands over the key ring to Stefan.
This is Stefan?
Yeah.
I-
You didn't go into the interrogation, but you all went down to the... He's the protag. I gotta give him a chance to...
Oh wait, so did everyone watch that happen?
No. No. It's a separate room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they probably heard it.
Yeah. They sat out, so, like, the constable is in his, like, main office, and then the jail cells are down the hall. They've been waiting in the lobby, and so he, like, hands over his keys to Stefan and signals for you to go let your friends out. Ooh, your mic.
No.
That rip.
Oh no.
Hello?
Oh.
Hey, what did you do to your microphone?
Yeah,
It's going in and
your
out.
mics are...
Hello?
Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I think the mic was pulled a little bit out.
Oh, got it.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
But yeah, Safan will take the ring of keys and unlock the door.
So, Stefan, you walk down the hall, and you go into this prison cell area, and you see through the bars your three Inquisitor friends, and then the corpse of a hobgoblin who is bleeding out from the back of his skull.
We're done.
You killed them?
Yes. But we found out some good information. Let's leave. Haldor walks out.
I mean,
And as
yeah,
Gren
Safan
walks
will
by,
start unlocking the door.
as soon as
Oh.
everybody's leaving, because Gren will be the last one out, he offers a good berry to Stefan on his way out. Like, look, I just summoned these. I don't want to waste them all.
They last for 24 hours.
He's also
I
being
mean,
nice 'cause
Stefan
we
will
have
eat
the
it.
rest of it.
It doesn't really seem right to kill an unarmed prisoner.
Haldor's already up, or moving toward the staircase.
Orvor kind of lingers behind.
When they get upstairs, I'm just sitting in a chair in like a meditative pose. Don't even look up, but one of my ears twitches upward, and I go, "How'd it go?"
Hobgoblins have incredibly low constitution.
We found out some information, but I let it go too far, and now there is a mess.
Orvor, once the other two are kind of up in the main room, kind of hesitates and looks to Stefan and glances back to the cell. There are wicked things within all men, Stefan. Unfortunate. They are not always obvious until they present themselves. This was my error. I allowed him to take the... We gained information, but a life was lost. We should not linger. Come.
I guess I'll go put these back, and I'll go find the constable's office.
The constable's just there in the lobby where you were waiting, and you kind of busy grumbling at the others. So you're just...
I'll just hand over the key ring.
Takes the key ring back from you, looks over down the hall, then just kind of thumbs for the group of you to leave.
Good day to you too.
He just kind of snorts.
As we're making our way out, Rourke will speak up again and just say, "We do not believe the hobgoblins of the mountains ally themselves with this Knoll cult."
Well, normally I'd say enemy of my enemy.
That would have been pertinent. I do not know much of these hobgoblins, nor of their mindset, though it would seem that Haldor has some experience.
What do I know about hobgoblins and their mindset?
You may make a nature roll.
Nature roll? Ooh!
Sorry.
Stop silently screaming at me.
Hobgoblins are goblinoids. They are very militaristic. They are much more smart and cunning than their regular goblinoid kin. They believe in conquest and control. This actually doesn't give me a whole lot of information to hand over to you. Yeah, basically they're the more organized, militaristic, and warlike of all the uh, goblinoids. They stand much taller, more upright, straight backed. They are skilled crafters, mostly in arms and armaments. Um, Specifically for this setting, um, as was revealed by the scout, they do settle in the Gray Spine. Um, they are known to have a number of fortresses that dot along the Gray Spine, but it would seem that they mostly congregate along the northern side of it and do battle with some of Haldor's kinsmen. They did not seem to take very well to his presence. That is because they often war with the larger giant folk and have been known to venture to the eastern or western sides of the mountain to do raids and take people for working in the mines and various other tasks. They also do employ other goblinoids in their legions, but oftentimes it will just be hobgoblins or the larger goblinoids for shock troops.
They're warrior folk. They do tend to run raids every now and then. Tend to do battle with the giant folk. Very militarized.
So if they're up in the mountains, that means they can raid both Astoya and the Burrock.
Yes, so it seems. Apparently the creatures have been pushing into the spine, testing their defenses.
Am I still in the room?
Yeah.
We're not, yeah, I mean, we left the room, but you're with us.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that like the lobby and
You guys just kind of left the building, as far as I understood.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible at this turn of events, or even if present company would even be willing. But I would have wondered if they fear that these gnolls are, these hyena men are going to eventually overrun them once they overrun everything down here, if they'd have been interested in defending.
Why would we need their assistance? We've only just arrived.
I don't know. I don't know how many of those creatures are out there. I don't know if
The
there are
hobgoblins.
enough. I don't know if there are enough to overrun Foulheart. I don't know if there are enough to overrun Novastoya. I simply don't know.
The hobgoblins would not help us if we asked anyway. They look down on people like us, not their own. They have, as you said, warred with my people for decades.
They didn't have an enemy like the gnolls.
They would face it alone. They always have. They are not keen on alliances.
In any
Well-
case, while this may or may not be an option, our current mission stands as information gathering. As Tarme has said, we do not know how many gnolls there are. We do not know the extent of the cult nor its power. That is our current mission. We gain this knowledge. Should we need assistance, we will find it. But let us not go begging at doors when we do not yet know if we are that desperate.
Agreed.
Would that suffice to you, Charme?
Just give a nod.
Well then,
In the meantime, let us go back to this village of Nyx and find this cult stronghold of yours, yes?
well, the hour is late. I would think we should perhaps move in the morning.
Yes. I should
That
have
would make sense
specified.
to me.
Yes.
Some time to rest.
Okay. So, what we'll do, because the plan is to go back to Nyx. So, since I feel the medicine kicking in, I'm going to say this will be an unfortunate stopping point while I go handle that.
Yeah, it's okay, man. You gotta take care of yourself.
Yes, I appreciate that. But it is, as we so wonderfully stated in character at the start, why make more battle maps when we could use the ones that were already there?
Give me that XP.
We can rehash that adventure down into the catacombs.
Underneath the butchery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it to be clear, I definitely it was bugging me that we just left them.
No, it's fine because
Yeah.
like it's a valid point in character too.
Yeah.
It just means that I unfortunately I have to expand it a little more because you guys are above that level for. this
Sorry.
encounter. No, it's fine. It just means I can throw more deadly things at you.
Fair
To
enough.
be fair, when
Oh,
one of our
boy.
people dies before we even start the dungeon.
Oh,
Yep.
oof.
Can Gabe get past the first door? Find out.
Find out.
You know
There's
what?
another
That's really,
vampire.
that's really why I want to go back. You know what? If there's another vampire, guess what? I'm gonna hit.
Gonna go for that one too.
Well,
Gren's gonna be like,
Should've
put this
gone
in
for
your
the
mouth
head.
in the back. Gren's gonna like hand you a good berry, be like, put it in the back of your mouth. If you think you're right about to die, bite down on it, and you'll be fine.
It's a reverse cyanide pill.
I'm a simple man. I see bait, I take it. Vampire existed, Azazel went after it.
Bonk
Fucking hobgoblin insulted my kin, I killed him.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? That's
you
fair.
did.
He called it like he said it. He said your kinsman cried like a bitch, and you were like, "Well, cry about this," and you blew his brains out.
And I was like, oh, well,
Fred,
you're gonna
Calling
cry.
a baby a bitch?
It was intense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Refork
Well,
was
look,
just
fir-
like,
first of
all right,
all,
cool.
First of all,
we'll
first
rough
of all,
him up a bit.
Goliath children come out of the womb, battle axe in hand. So those were perfectly
matter.
trained
Still a baby.
soldiers. Perfectly trained Goliath soldiers.
You know,
Revork's just like dead ass, like, all right, yeah, we'll rough this guy up a bit, maybe knock him unconscious, wake him up a few times, let the Goliath, beat the shit out of him, then I'll come in, bang, zoom, play good cop. It'll be great. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's
Look, I don't know what has been going on the last few weeks, but Rin has been very aggressive towards babies lately.
The children, they know what they did.
Not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of backstory for Haldor, so like when the hobgoblin said that, I was like, I figured that's pretty important.
That might be a trigger moment for the Northerner when the people who are the ancestral enemy is like, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
fight this. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's
and
I'll show
Haldor's
you
like,
try.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yep.
No, it's cool.
But yeah,
I
go.
like that. Establish that character.
Hell yeah, dude.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop out because I'm